Scene 1, Apple, take 2.
Hello YouTube, I am Millennium X17. So, this is a very important video, and I have a mix of emotions right now. Earlier, I was so upset and angry, I could barely even see straight. This is dealing specifically with my Roxio capture card, the Game Capture Pro HD that I just purchased. Let me say this, it's a good card. Records very good quality. The streaming function I found to be very, very surprisingly well. Works very surprisingly. I was actually amazed with that. Depending on your internet. My internet sucks, so the stream is a little... I had to downgrade all the way down to 240p, but even still, you know, not as good as you'd like, but that part can't be helped. The card works like it's supposed to. The problem I'm having is the software and the way they encode it. I think is the best way to describe it, the encoding of the file. So, a couple of issues. I'm going to take the camera, cut to me pointing it at my laptop here. I got Call of Duty Black Ops running right now in local game, which is everything's unlocked. So, a couple of issues. We're going to get to those right now. This is a special video too, because also, we got a kitten in the window, and we got the pepper right down here next to me. So, you know it's going to be special when we do that. So anyway, we're going to cut to that right now. Okay, this is the capture software as it stands the way I got it. So get this. I'm going to have to start switching hands around here because I can only use the mouse with my right hand. I'm dysfunctional like that. I actually got my mouse here with me. But anyway, the first thing I'm going to say is right down here. Anybody who's first starting out with this capture card, if you get a status bar right here that says no signal, for some weird reason, and this is a black screen at the same time, for some reason, the Roxio card, if your system, if your Xbox or PS3 is set to 1080p to output, it will not receive a signal to your computer. It'll just be a black screen or mixed image that can't be recorded because it won't let you. These two won't be allowed. So what you have to do is you go to the system settings, go down to, right now my 360 720p, then it works. That was the first issue I came across with. That easily fixed. So here's the thing. I've seen a bunch of videos on this software. Everybody says to go to, I've heard two different things, either DivX or AVC. So here's the fun part. The software that I got only allows M2TS. So, okay, that's strange. I only do Component and, of course, Roxio there. So, not too bad, not too complicated. I like the way it works. So, we're going to start capturing here on Nuketown real quick. I'm just going to, you know, jerk around real quick. So, we're going to start capturing. And this is the part where I hope it doesn't fade. It doesn't. Okay, we're recording. So, I'm just going to shoot off a couple rounds here real quick. Grenade out. I don't know if it'll kill me or not. It does. Doesn't matter. Whatever. We're going to do some flashbangs. Flashbangs. Another grenade for good measure. Alright. I'm going to stop capturing. So that's that. The file right down there. So, M2TS, the same video format that this camera itself records in. It's the weird Sony format. So anyway, we're going to X out the capture. We're going to go to edit it and share. This is the part where I'm having my big issue. Okay. Yada yada. As soon as it says to load up. That's something I was working on earlier. We're going to delete. Where is it? Delete. Don't worry about it. Alright, media selector. 10 to 153. That's the one we just recorded right there. I'm going to drag that down here. Alright, this is their editing software. First off, I think the format, it's a basic thing. It's not the worst thing ever, but the layout of everything is a little weird. I'm used to Sony Vegas. I'm really good with Vegas. This program I'm not as familiar with, but it is the layout is not very intuitive. That's not the big problem. Here's the big problem. We're gonna play this clip real quick. Obviously, we're getting audio. Right. Works great. Quality really good.
Onward, so
it even recorded my commentary through the
we're still doing better.
The microphone in here. But anyway.
Test,
so that's that. That should be great. So far, you're probably confused and not understanding what the problem is. Here's the thing. I don't really want to use this program. I'm not familiar with it. I have a better program. It's Vegas. So, We're going to do that. No, we're not going to do that. We're going to X you out. And then we're going to double click on Sony Vegas. I've been using it ever since I've been putting videos on YouTube. Even when I started with Minecraft, this is what I used. So I'm just really good with this program. No, we don't want to do anything with you. We're going to go big. We're going to go to project. We're going to do import media right there. Now this might not be in the viewfinder or not. Let me quickly find where it is. It's right. This should be it. That's the one right there. So, M2TS file, right? So we click and drag, and all of a sudden, there it is. But wait, you get a little preview window. Let me expand that over. If it does go over, it doesn't. There, and there. So, we hit the space bar, we start playing. There's no audio. For some reason, the way the file is recorded, only Roxio's own software is the only thing that registers it. That's fucking silly. I mean, that really is. So, even though the video's there and everything works right with it, you know, the video is right there. It gets the video, but there's no audio with the file. The only program that I can find that actually recognizes the fact that there's an audio file attached to this M2TS file is Roxio's own software. That really sucks. Okay, so that's the issue I've been having. I've been dealing with this. I've been scratching my head, driving myself crazy. Hi, kitten. Got the kitten right here. I've been driving myself crazy with it for better part of like, I'm going to say I've got at least 14 plus hours into researching the situation and doing it. I type it in the internet. I can't find anyone in it. Anybody on YouTube is just showing what montages they've made with it. Nobody talks of this issue, so I don't know if it's just me or not. Either which way, the card works well enough. It's just being shoehorned into using their software, which I am not familiar with, does in fact suck. I checked through Newegg. I didn't expect it, but no, they do not accept returns. And furthermore, then I go to Roxio website. They only give you a money-back guarantee if you buy it through their store, which basically means I've at a loss of, $140 is what I paid for it. So that does suck. So, I was thinking about it, and the streaming capability does work well. I like it. It's not a total loss, but I decided to go ahead and buy the Hapog. Anyway, it's the one that I had my eye on. It's on its way. It'll be here either tomorrow or Friday. So, I know for a fact that imports into Vegas. Everybody on YouTube's been using Vegas with the Hapog. Those are the two reasons. That's the reason why I got the Vegas, because I knew it worked with the Hapog. So, I got the gaming edition one. It's the black one with the green light instead of the silver one with the blue. I like black and green better. Notice I'm an Xbox fanboy. I've got both systems. They're right there. But either which way, I am disappointed. It does suck. I've searched everywhere on my computer for this. Like, I even looked through all the Roxio files to see if maybe the audio is encoded and stored in a separate file. It is not. I tore this laptop apart. The laptop does work for what it's needed. It's not the most optimal thing. I believe when the Hapog shows up, I'm going to have to lower the bitrate down so that I don't just chew up hard drive space for no reason. But other than that, I believe the Hapog will work. There's no doubt in my mind of that. I bought this card. I jumped on it because I just was told it's finally a Roxio card that's HD, $140, and which is cheaper than Hapog by a good amount. A game's worth, basically what you're thinking. So, that you expect it. It's what, at the end of the day, you get what you pay for. And, I think I'm going to like I know for a fact I'm going to like the Hapog better. I'm just upset, a little disappointed, in fact. But what are you going to do? That's life. And I've learned, and I'm going to move on. So, what are you going to do? So, later this week, Hapog, the HD PVR Gaming Edition. So, I'll have that hooked up and running, and that'll be awesome. So, I promised trials of footage from the new DLC. That'll be coming later this week. And I was thinking about it. I was tossing around in the back of my mind. I wasn't sure if I was going to do it. Is it going to be a test for the Roxio? But I think I'm going to do it with the Hapog better. Anyways, so Dishonored. I've got it. It's right here. It's still in its original package. The only thing I've undone is the Tarot Guard deck, which is pretty cool, actually. I was thinking about getting these anyways because of the Persona games, but what are you going to do? I am Millennium X7, and I'm going to finally go to bed, because I am tired. So anyway, until next time, you guys have yourselves a good day.